Welcome to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County. My name is John.
And I'm Kim.
We thank you for stopping by on, is it Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday. Today is government talk night.
Oh, today is like
Government
Board of Supervisors Day, other stuff. And we want to start off the news not with that, but we want to express our condolences to Hathaway Pines family. We're going to go to, which is the biggest news story of the day. We'll get to Board of Soups in a second. But also wanted to.
Do you have a gentleman's name there?
Yeah, we do. And this is the CHP release from this afternoon. Well, actually, we found it when we were by there this morning. The CHP San Andreas requests witness information, and they're looking for anybody who was traveling along Murphy's Grade Road approximately 5 p.m. on Saturday afternoon.
Okay.
Because there was a 61-year-old Hathaway Pines man, and he is 61-year-old Earl E. Wiggins, 61 from Hathaway Pines, was last seen at work at Angels Camp at 5 p.m. on Saturday. He was riding his black 1997 Harley-Davidson Ultra Classic with a helmet. And he was going up Murphy's Grade Road, and there was the same turn that last year that the local youths went off in that same spot, and there was an Iraq War veteran that perished in that crash. It's exactly the same spot.
If you're going a little too fast or just
there's
taking that turn.
There's no room for error at all. And it was a little eerie today because the crosses were still, the little memorial was set up for that young man. And the sad thing in this instance is they estimate that he's been there since Saturday afternoon.
You're really going into what happened.
Okay, what happened is he was going up Murphy's Grade Road. They don't know exactly why he lost control of his Harley-Davidson. It left the roadway, and he actually went down into the creek. It's about 50 or 60 feet down the embankment, and they recovered Mr. Wiggins today.
He's been missing. They've been missing. They didn't know he was down there for 2 days, since Saturday.
And the family, was retracing the steps, and apparently the family found him.
Okay. And it says any witnesses to this collision are encouraged to contact the California Highway Patrol San Andreas office at 209-754-3541 during business hours, or to the CHP Dispatch Center in Stockton at 943-8600. Basically because they want to know what happened, right?
Yeah.
They want to figure out what happened.
Mr. Wiggins was located approximately 75 feet off the south edge of the roadway, down an extremely steep embankment. Basically, when off that shoulder, it goes straight down to the creek. And this is one spot where they need a guardrail or something there, because this is the
third fatality that has occurred in San Andreas CHP jurisdiction for 2008, and the first motorcycle fatality.
Yeah. In 2007, the San Andreas investigated 5 motorcycle fatality collisions. So there was 5.
A lot of them were in that area, weren't they?
A couple of them, just seems like it. So anyway.
So that's our thoughts and prayers go out to the family during this tragic time. Condolences and also.
Yeah, and it says that the Mr. Wiggins was located by family and friends and family Tuesday about 9:50 a.m. as they tried to retrace his normal route. And also when we were on scene today, they were multi-jurisdictional. Most of the people were there working to recover him. And it was, this was right along there.
This is on Murphy's Grade Road?
Yeah. And this is on Murphy's Grade Road, and this is where they were extricating him from the creek. Now this section, as you'll notice, is this section right here. There's the little roadside memorial and stuff from the young man that perished last year in this exact same spot.
I know what turn that is. It's a little twisty there.
And even if there may be some excessive speed, you don't know that, but even if you're just inattentive for a second, the problem with that spot is it's literally Oh, wow. Let's look here. It's probably 1, 2. Yeah, it's probably maybe 5 feet from the edge of the roadway. Wow. I mean, it's pretty sharp.
So he'd been missing for a couple days, and then they found him this morning. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want me to talk about the fires a little bit?
Sure.
Or you want to go
yeah,
on
and while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and pull up Board of Soups because I think we even have Board of Soups video.
We received the official fire reports for the Prussian Hill fire and Paloma Road fire that occurred yesterday, and both of those were escaped debris burns. There was a total of approximately 60 acres damaged. No dollar damage has been reported at this time. And we received a press release from CAL FIRE a few minutes ago stating, this is basically what they're stating. CAL FIRE may charge landowners for costs of suppressing escaped debris burns. On Monday, March 24th, 2008, CAL FIRE and several local fire protection districts responded to 3 escaped debris burns in Calaveras County totaling 63 acres. So I guess there was 3. There was one small fire on Paloma Road that was about 3 acres, and then the Prussian Hill was 60 acres. Resources totaling 1 helicopter, 2 dozers, 10 engines, 9 hand crews, and 3 water tenders were used on scene of the 3 different incidents. CAL FIRE may charge landowners for the cost of suppressing debris burns that escape control. Though we are not in fire season, don't forget the proper burning techniques, which are maximum pile size is 4 feet by 4 feet. Never leave the fire unattended. Make sure you have proper clearance, cut to mineral soil around the piles, and have a shovel and hose on site so that you can quickly put out any fire that may escape. Be aware of burning on sloped ground. Burning material may roll downhill and escape control. Do not burn on windy days. The wind can carry fire embers and set fires quite a distance from your original burn piles. Be considerate of your neighbors and be aware of where smoke from your burning piles is drifting. If you have any questions or concerns about proper burning techniques, please contact your local fire station personnel for further information. You must call the Air Pollution Control District with jurisdiction over your area to confirm that it is a burn day prior to starting your burn pile. And we do normally have the burn days up on our site, which days are burn days and which days aren't. And burn permits are required starting May 1st. So don't let those debris burns escape, because you will be fined, it sounds like.
Yeah, should we do Board of Soup recap? All right, Board of Supervisors this morning. Most of the agenda items from this morning's session passed. There was some little stuff here, and what we'll try to do, if we get the meeting in time on Tuesday evenings, is play a bit of the public comments to start it off there. Now, if you haven't, in a small, if you're watching this from the Bay Area, you may think, why do these guys make so much of a big deal about Board of Supervisors?
But it is a big deal in our county.
Now, if you have to understand, in a small county like Calaveras, with only 1 incorporated city, Tuesday mornings at public comment in San Andreas is the show.
It's the show of the week, man.
It's the show, man. If you want, this is public government at its highest level.
Okay.
And this is the show. So
most of
lots of times they'll go to public comments and people, get stuff off their chest or whatever, a little bit. But there's also fun things as well. So let's see we'll play a couple minutes of public comment,
comments on, do you know?
and we'll see what happens here.
Unless you have an animal. And please state your name for the record. Thank you.
Good morning, Ken Churches, and I have with me several young people in the 4-H Youth Development Program.
4-H Youth.
Introduce themselves.
Whoops.
Like Ken Churches. It's nice.
Here we go. Supervisor Chair Steve Walensky.
Could somebody help lower that mic?
Oh, have a look, a lammy.
Oh, look how cute. Is it a little lammy or a goat? What
I think
is it,
so.
a bunny rabbit?
Let's see.
It's like a...
The projects that I do are goats, rabbits, chickens, and that's all.
I didn't quite catch your name. And what town do you come from, Jacob?
Valley Springs.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Hi, my name is Jason Berry. I'm from Tridam 4-H. I'm 12 years old. This is my 5th year in 4-H. And I do chickens, rabbits, and all kinds of goats.
Would the preceding speaker be related to you in some way?
Yeah.
What kind of goat do you have there?
This is a Nigerian dwarf goat. She is 8 years old. Was born on
Dwarf goat. It's a dwarf goat. Did you hear that?
born on St. Patrick's Day, and her name is Lucky Charm.
Nigerian dwarf goat.
It's a little tiny thing.
Yeah, it looks like a little dog.
Hi, my name is Carl Carries. I've been 4-H for 8 years, and I've been lots of projects like swine, rabbit, soapstones, and leather crafts. This is my first year raising and showing a steer. You all should come to the fair and see us all show. Thanks for always supporting 4-H. I have learned a lot in 4-H about responsibility and how to take good care of my
They
animals.
do.
Yeah,
Kids that
it's
are in
amazing.
4-H
Thank
are
you.
so responsible.
Hi, my name is Tyler Carries. I've been 4-H 8 years. I've done many different projects, and this year I'm a team leader in the swine project, and I'm also raising a steer. I think 4-H is a great way for kids to learn about leadership and responsibility
It is.
and have a lot of fun.
It's wonderful.
And I just want to thank you for all your support.
See, at some acreage,
Thank you
I'd
for
have our
coming
kids do
today.
it. Because it's really, the kids that do it are so, they're really good kids.
They got to take care of those animals.
Cool. All right. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice. What are those? Like John Deere
It's
stuff?
like models, yeah. So the Valley Springs 4-H made the presentations today.
Well, it's a hard act to follow, but does anybody else want to bring in anything from items from the public?
I thought we were gonna get a goat.
A goat.
Hi, I'm Brock Colby from Behavioral Health, and this is Lori Sundholm. She is our senior outreach worker. We've expanded our services under Prop 63, the Mental Health Services Act, and we're doing more outreach for the seniors in the community, and that's what Lori is doing. And we're also going to have a class for our senior peer counseling program. And I have some flyers here for you, and it's starting on April 3rd. And
Okay.
if we know of
So
anyone
most things passed this morning.
Relatively simple, takes about 20-30 minutes
This
in the
is-
hospital.
What is this?
They found something, they called me up and said, congratulations, Bonnie, you're not going to die of colon cancer. And that's a horrible way to die. And then I thought, why didn't they say that a long time ago? It's a horrible way to die. I might have made really important documentary about the devastation that methamphetamine is. They can call 7
for a free fun-filled day, and I expect to see every single one of you out there
What is that?
walking around
We're talking about?
with children or
Oh,
without.
the baby.
Relay for Life.
And
Oh.
most of all, I look forward to seeing Steve inside of the bouncing house.
Oh, for this is the children's fair,
Children's
probably.
Fair coming up this weekend.
Yeah.
We don't do dunk tanks because we cater to little children.
Good morning, Jeannie.
Trust fund, they can through
So
their
this is the
property tax
exciting
levy
stuff
receiving-
that we sit. I mean, all of these are fun. This is a fun one.
So we have 5, 6.
They just scrutinize the whole.
They opens up the whole thing. So we've kind of gone back and forth with this.
All right.
The environmental review at this stage,
Okay.
we have
Now, how about
Then
what
they went
happens
into
this
Oak
afternoon?
Canyon
Okay,
Ranch.
go
Most
ahead.
of the stuff today passed in the morning session. There was no items pulled on the consent agenda.
Okay.
And if you're a little unfamiliar with how the board usually works, if you'll see on the agendas that we publish on our site, or they'll also be on the Calaveras County website, is they'll have most of the items of the business of the day in the consent agenda. Now, these are items that they don't even come up for discussion unless a member of the public wants to talk
Okay.
about them or one of the members of the board.
Okay.
So, and the biggest item for today, as far probably had the most comments, was the Title 17 or the legal access study session in the afternoon. Excuse me. This one has all kinds of opinions on all sides. Some people believe that the county should get out of the legal access requirements altogether.
Okay.
Some supervisors, like Supervisor Tryon and Supervisor Callaway, believe the county created some of the legal access issues, so they should help clean them up as well. Trying to find some middle ground, as it was today. They're going to appoint a committee to look at the legal access issues. There'll be members from the real estate community, but also people from county government, public works, various other stakeholders, about a dozen or so members on that. And they're going to be meeting the next couple months.
Okay.
Excuse me. And also this,
Here we go.
so what happens now in the interim while they're doing this is if you have a, property that has been affected by legal access issues, now until the first part of December, they will accept your building permits.
Okay.
So you can now
That's
get your
great.
building permits turned in. They may or may not get the permits issued.
Okay.
So it sounds like at least they're going to allow you to bring them
Okay,
in, intake them, so they can start working on them.
Okay.
They may not actually issue those until after they get the final rulings on this. But this was a very interesting afternoon, and one of the pieces that came out, and this is kind of goes that you'll find from kind of the circular logic, bits and pieces of stuff, because even people at the end of today, some of the people who were there the entire afternoon were probably still confused at the end of the meeting.
Okay.
Like, for example, one of the issues, it says right in the general plan, the current one, not the one they're revising, but the current one, it says right in the section of it that if the county has a legally created parcel, then you would be allowed to place a single-family residence or dwelling on that parcel.
Okay.
And so that goes, and there's no mention of legal access requirements in
Okay.
that. So, but then this one is really complex, and some of the issues on this, the county has admittedly created itself on legal access ones, but also this one goes to the heart of property rights. And if you have, and in certain instances, if you're the property owner, you wouldn't want somebody trespassing on your property
wouldn't.
without legal access.
Exactly. You probably wouldn't.
And then on the other hand, if you were a person that purchased, for example, in Supervisor Walensky's district, there was an example today of a driveway that had been in use for about 60 years. And some people had purchased this property about 3.5 years ago. And the property owner where the driveway was going across, which was technically not there was an easement, piled a bunch of dirt across the driveway, and so now they no longer had access to their house. Now,
But no,
did he have the right to do that?
You know if
Maybe
there's
so.
an easement. You know if there's an easement. So they,
Not always, because what they're
Okay.
talking about is this goes to the heart of it. For example, if it's a prescriptive easement,
you bought
okay,
the dirt across.
if it's a prescriptive easement and not a deeded easement, then you have to show historical use. So if you would have to, and they're not going to, and currently they weren't allowing prescriptive easements unless they had been perfected by the courts. And
Okay.
by perfected, they mean that there has been a court case deciding if it was in fact legal access.
Okay.
Now, this one particular property may actually be a poster child for this because it had been in use for 40-some years, and there had been no complaints that they know as of yet of
But the
them
new
using
owners
that driveway.
decided to put dirt.
Because it's technically on his property.
My goodness.
So does he have the right to do that with his own property? He probably should, but
But there's an easement in it, so
it's not legal.
Oh, it's
but
not
it's not
legal.
written in the
Okay,
deed. It's
okay,
not. So what they
okay,
want is
okay.
deeded legal
Okay,
access. So
okay.
this is the circular
horrible
logic.
for that person to do that.
Well, but there's two parties, right?
Yes.
So anyway, this is the legal access argument. So it was a fun and exciting
You said
afternoon.
it was a packed house.
Pretty
Couldn't
much.
even find a parking place.
Yeah, and one of the and there's different, I mean, if you talk to the same, and I've changed my mind on the legal access issue even in this last 6 months, because certain supervisors feel strongly that the county should still require legal access because there's issues where the county needs to be able to manage it, and that is a completely valid point. The only wrinkle, all right, we're still good. The only wrinkle on this in tough fiscal times is, let's say the county doesn't require legal access for a building permit, okay? Which means that if you have a legally created parcel in the county, you get it for a building permit, they'll say, build your house, no problem.
Okay.
But there's no guarantee of access to that property unless unless you had a deeded easement, you could build a house and not be able to sell it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay?
Okay.
So that's why the county thinks that they need to be in the legal access business. In some counties, though, the county is not, and they deem it as a civil matter. So if you have problems on an access issue, basically, you work it out with your neighbor the best you can. It's not the county's problem. And which is kind of the chicken's way out, so to speak. But I think you're probably going to hear some movement towards this direction from some members of the public and maybe even the committee, because as the county goes through some tougher fiscal times, if they have to put staff time into deciding legal access issues, determining stuff, managing legal access issues, there is a fiscal cost to the county for actually requiring legal access to a parcel. So you're probably going to see some pressure from some sides of it on purely a fiscal reasoning, saying the county should just say, fine, we know we have some legal access process problems, and we may have created some of them, but go work it out in the courts. Probably not the best solution, but there's a lot of circular logic in this stuff.
So did they come to any conclusions by the end of the meeting, or are they going to continue
it was a 3-2 vote that basically now they're going to accept applications for building permit applications, even if you don't have deeded legal access.
Okay.
But there's not really a guarantee yet.
Not a guarantee, but that's okay. Well, I'm sure they'll get it all worked out.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yes.
And this is in fact, the Community Development Agency, the proposal that they required that they would basically be back to business as usual. They want to be able to take in the permits, issue the building permits and everything else. And in some ways, it has to be very frustrating at times. And for example, Stephanie Marino and her department just today wanted to go forward and wanted to actually get permits in, get the things out. And in essence, they didn't get the complete victory on this was convoluted a little bit today.
Okay.
But
so it's going to continue, you think?
Yeah. Okay. But it was a very good effort by staff to be able to keep the ball rolling, and it was a partial victory in some ways on that.
Okay.
So
and we'll have full video of that up within the next couple of days.
Oh, in fact, we won't get the afternoon study session until tomorrow.
So we'll have that hopefully by tomorrow
Yeah.
evening. And let me see, something else to talk about government. Come meet and greet the District 4 supervisors candidates on your lunch hour. Come to an informal meet and greet, plus hear policy and platform from each of the District 4 supervisor candidates during your lunch hour. There will be 2 dates in April to have a chance to mix and mingle with your candidates. Prudential Realty of Angels Camp is so generously hosting this event at their office located at 23 North Main Street. Meet Lee Seaton from 11 a.m. to 12:30. Ron Class from 12:30 to 2 on April 2nd. On Wednesday, April 16th, you have a chance to meet Tom Tryon from 11 a.m. to 12:30 and Sarah Lunsford from 12:30 to 2 p.m. For more info, call 736-1717. Very nice. So go out and meet and greet. Yes.
Mix and mingle. Meet and greet.
Mix and mingle. And we have a couple guys that did well at the Junior Olympics. We have the final results in. Did you see that?
I didn't.
The skiing results. The two guys. Congratulations to Justice Rasmussen and Zach Comstock, who both performed very well at the junior ski. What do you call it? Ski team.
The Junior Olympics. Congratulations to them for making the show.
Congratulations.
And
yes. That was a very tough course. It sounds like
over a mile.
Yes. We already you ready for weather? We probably are.
Yeah, we
Yap it
probably
away.
are. There was a couple of little fires. There was a vehicle fire this afternoon in right on Highway 4 and 49 across from Starbucks. No injuries reported. It was a vehicle fire. We were there as they were backing it out of the way. And we were joking to one of the firefighters that they need to conduct their drills out of not in the middle of the road.
Is that what you said?
Just because, no offense, but it was one of those things that looked like, it looked kind of like one of those stage drills where they do the vehicle fire and stuff. So we were joking with him. It's like, you guys really should try to conduct your drills. So
you went on scene, and so did Hannah. You guys did, and you were both going on scene.
You could try to do your drill so it's not in the middle of the road, and they started, first they gave me kind of a weird look, then they started laughing, but anyway, and we're very sorry for the people whose car was damaged. Yes. We're not making light of that in any way.
Yes.
But it was it was kind of interesting. All right. Weather?
Are you ready for weather? Should we
yes,
start
we
weather?
are. We got 2 minutes.
All right,
we have 2 minutes to do weather. So, and we have a little bit of a storm system meandering through.
There was a little flurry starting up in Bear Valley when I was there this afternoon, picking up our son. It wasn't in the forecast to start until tomorrow, but it was starting this afternoon.
Should we start off on Arnold?
Go ahead.
All right. Highs of 54 tomorrow with a 30% chance of rain, a 20% chance of showers. Partly sunny with a high of 49 on Thursday night. Low of 33, high of 51 with a 20% chance of showers on Friday. 30% chance on Friday night. Saturday chance of showers. Saturday night chance of showers. It looks like precipitation is in our forecast for most of the next few days.
And for Bear Valley, partly cloudy tonight, low of 27. It was flurrying up there when I was up there, though. Wednesday, 30% chance of snow, high of 42. Wednesday night, 30% chance. Thursday, mostly sunny. Thursday night, mostly cloudy, low of 18. Friday, partly sunny, high of 43. Friday night, 40% chance of snow. Saturday, slight chance of snow. Saturday night, slight chance of snow, low of 25.
Bear Valley, Murphy's, we already did, and Murphy's we've got high 20% chance tomorrow with a high of 57, 39, 53, clear, 35, 55, and looks like it's clear, fairly clear in Murphy's with a 20% chance of showers on Friday night. And for our friends in Angels Camp, Valley Springs, Copperopolis, and San Andreas, you'll all be within a few degrees of these because elevationally it's fairly similar. And there we go. Lows of 40, high of 61 with a 20% chance tomorrow, 38, 56, 34, 57. And Friday night you have a 20% chance, Saturday a chance, and Saturday night a chance.
And there are no chain controls right now, but if you are coming up for the weekend, do carry chains as they are required to be in your vehicle.
In your vehicle.
Even if you have snow tires, four-wheel drive, you need to carry chains at all times.
Yes. And we haven't mentioned it for our viewer in Bangor, Maine.
We haven't in a while. We just had so much to talk about. Not enough time to talk about our viewers, our friends you said we have now. In Bangor, Maine,
I gotta look at our logs again, and maybe
we
gotta make sure it's more than just one. Yeah,
it could be
for our viewer.
It could be one family.
All right, it could be. All right, here we go. 38, 23, 43, 23 with a chance of snow tomorrow. Snow tomorrow. 45, 18, and 36 and 18 on Friday. We thank you very much, and you have a great evening, and we'll see you back here.
We're going to be on location somewhere tomorrow evening, aren't we?
Yeah, should be
somewhere
just
exciting.
partying. Yes. Just partying. Good night.
Thank you.